Here's one question that can unlock your potential. What is your dream? I was sitting in a Starbucks in Florida a few years ago with a friend and a newer friend, a missionary from the Philippines, and we were discussing his ministry and everything that he's doing. And, as I always do, I'm always thinking about how can I help this guy? I'm always thinking of new ideas, new strategies, new business ideas. I love to ask questions. That's just in me. And I just remember he was going on and on about all that he was doing in his ministry, some very amazing things. And his name is Eric. And I said, Eric, what is your dream? What is your dream? What do you want to accomplish? And really, I was shocked, but he said, you know what? Nobody's ever asked me that. And it caused him to just think about, like, God, what is the dream that you put on my heart? And so he began to tell us some things that he's never told many people about this dream center where people in the local area could come and learn and get filled up with the word and get practical needs met. He loves to play basketball, so he mentioned a basketball court that he wanted to have, and a place where people could work, a potential office space, a place for his fire school of ministry. And he just began describing this, and we got all excited about how possible it was. Sometimes we get so focused on what we're doing the day to day that it's hard to remember the bigger picture. We also, as adults, tend to bury some dreams. They may feel too big. You may feel like, oh, it's too late. I can't do that anymore. I messed up a few years ago and it just completely took me on another trajectory, or I'm not worthy of that, or that's too big for me, or for whatever reason, you've just shelved that. Most likely it's the enemy trying to get you off of that dream that God's placed in your heart. Psalms 37:4 says, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires and secret petitions of your heart. I believe that not only means that he'll give you the things on your heart, but that he actually plants those ideas into you. And so what are the dreams that you've been burying? What are those things that you've been, you've forgotten about, or they just seem too big now or not possible? I encourage you to pick those back up, dust those off, and pray about them and just say, Lord, I still have this dream. If this is from you, I ask you give me wisdom on how to move forward. And some practical things that you can start doing is just explore that. So for my friend, he started asking the landlord who owned the building that they were in, like what it would be like. There's a parking lot space, and he started chatting with her, and it ended up working out. And he's actually doing this thing now because of one question, and that is, what is your dream? And so I ask you that. What is your dream? Pick it back up. Dust it off. If you are still breathing, you're watching this video, God still has an amazing, awesome plan for your life. And most likely that dream is from him, and he wants you to accomplish it. And he wants to equip you with the tools and resources needed to do that. In fact, I believe he's already put people around you, or once you start taking action, he will start bringing people across your path that will help you do that. If that dream is bigger than you, it's probably from him. If it's something that feels like I could never do this on my own, well, that's great, because it's going to involve other people. And so I just encourage you today to take that dream, whatever it is in your heart, pick it back up and just lift it to him and say, Lord, I still have this desire. Show me what to do with it. If you want somebody to pray over your dream, to believe with you for that, maybe even give you some practical steps on how you can walk that out, send me an email, ryan@ryanreger.com. God bless.